stairway to the stairway like this, and there was a pass-through from the kitchen underneath the stairway.
That's what it was. And she could look out that pass-through down into the great room. But as I remember, that great room was 2 stories, the ceiling was 2 stories high. Is that right?
Well, she had it looked like a floating bedroom.
Right.
I mean, you climbed the steps, and there was a balcony,
Right.
and then a few steps up, and there was another level, and that was a bedroom. And it looked like it was floating.
Yeah,
and the bathroom up there on the second floor was very long and narrow,
right.
and black and white tile.
Right. And you had to go up 2
and
steps to get to it.
You could hear those streetcars all night long.
I loved it. And the ceiling never, I'm sorry, the bedroom wall did not go directly up to the ceiling. It was like about a 2-foot opening at the top of the bedroom
Yeah,
wall.
the floating balcony it had just a little ledge on the open side.
Right.
And you could look down from the bedroom down through all to the main floor.
But that great room had a ceiling 2 stories high, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it more than
The
2 stories?
fireplace was 2 stories high.
But
And the glass windows in front of the stairway before you
Right.
started, that went all the way up next to the fireplace.
But she had a red brick fireplace.
No, wasn't red brick. It was more like a sandstone, I think.
Oh, I thought it was
I'd
red
have to
brick.
look at the book.
Well, I was looking at the book, and what I thought was her apartment, they had taken that fireplace out and put in a small one.
I don't remember.
But anyway, it was an incredible experience. Absolutely incredible.
Well, the guy that designed that, he carved the stairway banister with a board that went all the way up. It was carved
Right.
with relief, figurative things.
Right. Boy, those were.
He had a lot of work done in Mexico.
Right. She lived with a woman called Jody.
No, not Jody. God.
Strange how you remember things.
I-
Jody drove one of those.
It wasn't Jody. It was another name.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't remember what it was, though, but no, I know it wasn't Jody.
Well, it's Jody that
Bannister, was married for a short time.
in about 1927.
Yeah, and it didn't last very long.
Yeah. Guy was
And,
a traveling salesman.
As I told you the other night, we found in her safe deposit box, we found a gold pin with a skull and stones, rare stones like diamonds and
Sapphires.
sapphire that decorated the skull and everything. And it was gold, and it was a Ku Klux Klan pin.
I was surprised, but he told me that too.
Well, the point is, back in the 20s when she was a dietitian at a hospital in Indianapolis was the center point of Ku Klux Klan development.
Right.
And she was a racist. I know that from all the comments she made about her black help, how
Right.
difficult they made it for her.
Right. I remember her talking about that too. But that was an apartment. Actually, it wasn't an apartment. What would you call that?
Well, it was an apartment. I mean, they made them into condominiums.
Yeah, that's the word.
They sold them. I mean, I think she was renting it. I think they
Right.
were rental apartments then,
Right.
but I think they developed into condominiums.
Right. She must have paid a lot of money to live there.
I remember it because they had a Chrysler Town and Country convertible out
Yes.
front.
Yes.
That drew my mind.
Yeah, I fell in love with
A
it.
47 Chrysler Town and Country.
And it was light tan.
Yeah, you're right. And had the main doors to it had a high brick wall, weathered brick,
Right.
and it had the gates that were the same height. They were stained red, Indian red or something like that, but they were carved in Mexico, obviously. But it was really thick wood,
Right.
and you'd open them up, and you go in.
Yeah. I remember all those those things.
Well, in the 40s, she was living in Chicago, probably on the high end of chic
Yeah.
for 1940 Chicago.
Right.
I do
She
believe
was.
that.
And she made big money as secretary.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she did.
And do you remember her office? It was in the building next to the
It's on
Sheraton
Michigan
Lexington,
Boulevard.
and it overlooked the fountain. What's the name of the fountain? Edinburgh Fountain, or anyway, it's still there right along Lakeshore Drive,
Right.
between Lakeshore Drive and Michigan Avenue.
Well, the thing is, people have lives that touch on very interesting things. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. And they accomplish interesting things with their lives.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to Pat as an artist, because a lot of those people there didn't even know she did what she did.
Right.
That's why I wanted to put those quilts there and
Right.
show them
They were
her
smart.
abilities.